Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Scrabble X by Palfly Kampling. So this is a mean mini. So it's not your standard 6x6 Sudoku. So let's go over the rules. So we're going to be selecting 6 digits from 1 to 9. We're not selecting them at random. There's only 6 digits that will work. But maybe we'd end up with 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. That's a possibility. In fact, we know 8's one of them because it's given. But that's not, we can't just pick that and go with it. It's up to us to discover which of the 6 out of the 9 digits are used. But once we pick those digits will appear exactly once in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box. So instead of doing 1 to 6, we're having to discover which 6 digits out of the 9 are actually used in this puzzle. All right. We have 9x9 Dutch whisper lines. So the orange lines in the grid are Dutch whisper lines. Adjacent digits on the line must have a difference of at least 4. So say this was a 2. This needs to be at least 4 away from the 2. So we couldn't do another 2. We couldn't do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, because 5 minus 2 is still just 3. But we could do 6 or higher. We could do a 6, a 7, an 8, or a 9, because that difference is at least 4. All right, and that continues for every pair along. So if I did 2 and then I did 5, from the 5, I could go, say, to 1, or I could go to 9. And then from there, I could go down to maybe like 3 here, right? So it would have to be true of all of these. So I couldn't do like 9, 8 here, because that's a difference of 1. All right, that is the Dutch whisper line. We also have killer cages. Digits in a cage sum to the value in the top left, and also can't repeat. So we can't do 1 here and 1 here. Even if the Dutch whisper weren't there, we can't do that, because the cage does not allow us to repeat digits within it. And the digits within it must then sum to 8. So for example, we could do 1, 2, 5. 1 plus 2 plus 5 is 8. That's one way to do it. All right. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay, so 8 and 3, no matter what digits we're allowed to use from 1 to 9, must have a 1 in it. Because if we did not put a 1 in it, the absolute minimum we could do is 2, 3, 4, since we're not allowed to repeat, and 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9. So we are going to contain a 1, which means 1 is one of our digits. And 8 is one of our digits. Just 8 one of these 3. I don't know if that's worth marking, but... now, 14 would normally be pretty high, but since we're allowed to use 9s and 8s and stuff, it's not very high. It's kind of middling. 12... kind of the same. We don't have to... I was thinking, like, do we have to use a 1 or a 2 until 12 or something like that? But no. 3, 4, 5 is 12. So, how do we want to get started on this? Dutch whispers are notoriously difficult to color, because they have this one weird edge case where you can go 1 and then 5 and then 9. And that kind of reverses your polarity, right? If you're going low, high, low, high, low, high, the 1, 5, 9 can, like 5 is not low or high. It's kind of the issue. Excuse me. Wow. Sorry about that. So I don't know how we can color this necessarily. Let's see. Now the biggest digit we can put in an 8 is a 5. Because if we did 1 plus 6, that's 7. We need another 1. So I suppose I could put these are from 1 through 5. Oh, okay. And so actually that does give us our in here, which is that these 2 digits need to be at least 4 apart. And so they have to be the 1-5 pair. There's no other option. Everything else would be less than 4 apart. The extremes are already exactly 4 apart. And so that tells us what this digit is. 1 plus 5 is 6, so this digit's a 3. No, this digit's a 2, sorry. 1, 2, 5 was my example even. Anyway, and so we actually have a bunch of our digits now. We have 1, 2, 5, 8. So we just get 2 more digits. Now, I don't know what order these go in. There's a 2 up here somewhere. This cannot be a 2. It's not within 4 of the 1, and it's not within 4 of the 5. So there's a 2 in this 12 cage, meaning the other 2 digits add to 10. So it's not going to be the 8. because in order to add to 10 with 8, we need another 2. We could do 1, 9, and it's going to be here. So I might as well just write it out here. One half of it will be here. So it's either going to be 1, 9, not 2, 8. 3, 7 would add both 3 and 7 as new digits. And that would saturate our digits, but it's possible. And so would 4, 6. So the only way we're not completely saturating, finding out all 6 of our digits is if it's the 1, 9. I don't know what to do with that. That's a lot of options. So I just kind of wanted to write it out, but this, okay. I mean, I was going to say this 1, 5 is going to end up in this cage, but it actually can go here, right? We just had to alternate. So this is an option for this digit. Oh no, okay, so sorry, never mind. We're certainly not this 1, 5. I'm going to color them. This is the green 1, 5, and this is the purple 1, 5. This can be 1, 5, but it would have to be the purple 1, 5. It's certainly not the green 1, 5. So where does green go? If it can't repeat here, it's going to go in this cage. So we're not doing 1, 2. Well, I guess we could do 1, 2, 9. So we could do 1, 2, 9. 1, 2 pair with a 9 here, or we could do 5, 2, which is 7 with a 3 here. Wait, does that work? No, I was adding to 10. No, 5, 2 doesn't work, because remember that besides the 2, the other 2 digits need to add to 10. We can't do 2 5s. Gosh, my adding skills are just horrible today. I don't know what's going on, but at least I'm correcting myself. So the only option is for this to be the 1 and this to be the 5. That puts the 1, 2 up here, and then this is a 9. Okay. Now this can't be an 8 because it can't be next to the 9. Now next to the 1, this is next to both a 1 and a 9. And so that's what I was talking about. The only digit that can do that is the 5. It kind of switches direction there. Rather than, I guess the way I wanted to put it is, rather than switching direction, right? We're getting higher. Normally we get, like here, we get lower, then higher, then lower, then higher, right? But the 1, 5, 9 is the exception where you can go higher, higher, or you can go lower, lower. Twice in a row. That's the only way that happens in a Dutch whisper. And that makes it frustrating to color. That's kind of what I was talking about. From here, this is... So we know... let's see. I don't think we have all our digits left yet. We have 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. So we have one more digit we could get. So this is completely free to be anywhere from 1 to 4, since it's not 5. Now the 5 doesn't go to 1. So the 5 is going to have to go back up to the 9. Yeah, the only way 5 is on a Dutch whisper is if it's next to a 1 or a 9. And this can't be 1, so this is a 9. And then from the 9, we're going to go 1 through 5. So this is 1, 3, or 4, since this is 2, 5. From the 5, this is going to have to be 1 or 9. But it's not a 9, so this is a 1. That's 2, and that's 1. That's not a 1. Now from the 1, we have to go 5 through 9. Okay. Do we still not know all our digits? We know that there's an 8 in one of these two, but we don't know what the other digit is. Do we just want to call it A or something? Is that going to be helpful? Let's see. This is a 5. Let's call it A until we know what it is. I suppose the 14 cage is probably going to tell us, but let's just say that this is an 8. This is an 8A pair, and this is A89. Whoops. A89. It's not 9. That's not 8. All right. So I think this should help. I hope. So this digit here can't be all of these. It could be. Let's see. We have 1 and 2 already. So it could be 5, 8, or 9, or A if A is high. And this could be 1 or 2 or A if A is low, but it's not a 2. So only 1 or A. And this could only be 2 or A. Okay. Our low digits right now are 1 or 2. We have the 5, and then our high digits are 8 or 9. Okay. I wonder if the 14, can we force digits into the 14 yet? Ah, yeah, the 1 is forced into the 14. I think that's huge. because with the 1, the other two have to add to 13. So what are the ways to add to 13? I like to start with the extreme. So we could do 4, 9. That would make A4. So 4, 9 is possible. 5, 8 is possible, but it's not, because this cell can't be a 5 or an 8. So normally we could do 5, 8, but this would be 1 over here. And so then one of the 5 8s would have to go here, but it can't. So that means there is not an 8 in this cage. So the 8 is placed here. So we could be 4, 9. We can't be 5, 8. And we can't be 6, 7, because that would be 2 new digits, and we can only get 1 more digit. So actually the answer is that we are a 1 here, and then a 4, 9 pair. And so this is our 4, because this can't be 9. And 4 is our A. So this is not A, this is 4. This isn't A, sorry. That makes this an 8. And then this is 4 can go next to a 9. Oh my goodness, sorry. And here we can just eliminate A since it's too close to 1. All right. Cool. That was the last digit, so the rest should be pretty clean. I think the rest is purely Sudoku. I don't see how any of these constraints help us beyond that. All right. So how about this triple here? I have to remember what our digits are. So I think referencing one of these rows is helpful. So we do still need 1 and 2. We have 5, we have 4, we have 8, so we need a 9 as well. So this is only 2. 1, 4, 9. So we're missing... Oh, sorry, this is 4. This is 8. This is 4. The 1, 9 pair. I do want this digit, though. 1, 2, 5, 8. It's the 8. Yeah, that's the 8. All right. This can't be 8. 2 8s look up. 8 looks in. That's an 8. I wonder if we can just finish each digit one at a time. How about the 1s? Or the 2s? 2's one of these two. These aren't 9. Where's the good Sudoku here? I am going to need a 2 in this box. That goes here. And then I need a 5. That goes there. This column finishes with a 4. Gives us the 1 here. That's 9 and 1, and 9 and 1, and 4 and 9. Okay. This digit is a 5. That's 9. Let's see. I need a 2. That goes here. I need this 2. So here we need the 5, and here we need the 4. All right. Cool puzzle, Palfly. I enjoyed that a lot, actually. You end up with this. This tends to happen a lot on Dutch Whispers, where you get the 159, 159, at least 9x9s. It's kind of what makes them interesting. But yeah, lots of 1s and 5s and 9s on our Dutch Whisper, which is like one little 4 right there. That's it. Okay. Well, let me know how you did, and if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.